it is. Pedal monster connects to your pedals, and then you can connect the pedal monster to your data monster. There's an included extension. This should be a pretty easy install, guys. It doesn't come with instructions, but it does come with the install guide, and then you do actually have to order the mounting system separate. So that's about 30 bucks. It's gonna be really nice being able to mount this to the window. All right, you guys, let's get right into the install. You guys, so my camera's kind of big. There's not enough room with this camera here to have it set up like this to record, but I did want to show you guys. You have to unplug this. It actually sits on top of the pedal, so up there. All you do is you push that red clip up and just go ahead and pull it straight out. The next thing you're going to want to do is plug this into your existing plug on the truck, and then plug that into your pedal. Just like that. And then this plug that looks just like the original plug from your truck will plug directly into the pedal, and then you can zip tie this wherever you like. Just don't forget to install it someplace where you still have access to these front ports, so you can later connect this to your data monster. I removed the side fuse panel. Very easy to pop out, by the way. On this truck, it's only held in with 6 snap-in clips. It also has some extra fuses for you. I'm gonna route the cable from the OBD port up the side. Try to stuff it in as deep as I can here, to the back, and into the mount. And then I'll be able to install my data monster. And then after I do that, I'll be able to mount the pedal monster exactly where I want it. It's only been about 5 minutes. Pedal monster's in, panels removed, and the mount has been installed. We're already about halfway done. All right, you guys, I'm gonna install that cable real fast, and then I'll be right back. After I route the rest of the cables, I'm actually going to install the second connection that extends from the pedal monster, tidy everything up, and then we'll be done. So I actually went ahead, I plugged in the data monster, plugged the cables into it, finished installing it, tightened everything down. This thing is actually pretty stiff for how it's mounted. It's pretty solid. I'm going to now finish cleaning up the wires, like I said, tucking them in, and then tidying everything up, plugging in the pedal monster, and this install should be done. So I installed the data monster, I routed the cables, I pulled that seal out, tucked the cables under it, and then I ran the cable all the way down on the side of the panel, zip tied it right there, ran it underneath, plugged in the OB2. I actually looped the cables back here, stuffed one side up, zip tied the other to the wires over there. The last thing I have to do is plug this into the pedal monster, put the pedal monster somewhere nice and neat, and I'll be done. So the install is pretty much done. All I did was found a suitable spot to mount my pedal monster. Now I just gotta close up this panel. 20 minutes later, and we're ready for our first startup. This is how it looks from the driver's seat. Everything is nice and clean. Can't see anything, excuse the blurriness. Let's give it a shot. You can actually set this to whatever you like. I'm gonna have to mess with it for a bit and see what I can do. All right, you guys, so after a little bit of fiddling, I figured out how to do the pedal calibration. You gotta go into your menu, scroll all the way down to Banks modules, and then on Pedal Monster, select that, and down here, it'll tell you calibrate. Mine's complete because I did it, but you would scroll down to calibrate, push the select button, which is the right arrow, and then you would just follow the instructions. It's going to tell you to fully press in your gas pedal, and then you push OK, and then it's going to tell you to fully depress your gas pedal, push OK. It's pretty much it, and then it calibrates. And then from there, you go back to the home screen, and you can see the different levels, and it shows you your input versus what it's putting out. So that's on stock. I can turn it like full power to city, and then you can see the difference. I don't want to give my truck too much fuel because I'm just idling. And then you keep going to sport. It's like twice the power of city, and then go to track. Track is pretty insane. You see the difference in the jump there? It's huge. I'm gonna keep it in stock for now until I'm on the road and I can test it out. And then to set up your gauge, you go to your menu, go to gauge layout, and then you can either use the pedal monster combo, or you can have a fully custom gauge. So something like this, for example, I think it's pretty cool, the fact that I've been wanting to know when my truck's actually doing a regen, and now I can. I can keep track of my boost pressures, I can keep track of everything. It's pretty nice. You got accurate temperatures for 3 different banks on your exhaust. Bank 1, bank 2, bank 3. You can keep tabs on every single thing on your truck so long as there's a sensor for it already. This truck does have a lot of sensors everywhere, but since it's not the top of the line, Chevy won't show me every single detail on the screen. Regen, for example, is not something that's available on my truck. It does not notify me when it's doing a regen, so now I can tell. But as far as transmission temperature, engine temps, coolant temps, all that stuff, this truck does come with that, so it's not a big deal. But this is still a really cool add-on, and the pedal monster was just a cherry on top. Like I said, guys, super easy to install. Took 20 minutes to do the whole thing, and that included tightening up the wires and zip tying what I needed to zip tie. And the only thing you could see hanging out are the wires I have right there. I like this layout because the regen takes up 2 of the file spaces, so it's bigger and easier to read while driving. So I'll set this one up how I like it, and then I'll go from there. Alright, you guys, so I just finished setting this thing up exactly how I want it. I wanted the regen to be the biggest thing, so I know when it's active. That's my boost pressure. That's my def level, so my tank is currently full. I just filled it yesterday. This is the current torque percentage being used. Right now the truck's idling, so obviously it's only at 8%. This is the fuel rail pressure. So at idle, it's actually pretty impressive at 5,800. This is my fuel level. I got 74% fuel, and that's my ambient air temperature. That's not the one I want there. I'm gonna change that. I left it there just so I can show you guys how to set it up. So you click the arrow to the right, you go to gauge selection, and then here's your field. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the one we want to get rid of. So we go to category. You can go to vehicle performance, battery voltage. You have temperature, speed and velocity, pressure. Each one of these menus will have other options in it. I'm going to try to select something else from emissions just so I can see what else they have. Particulate matter, bank 1. Let's select that and see what we come up with. Okay, so there's the particulate matter right now. My truck must have done a regen recently. It's claiming 0%. Or maybe whenever you select it, that's when it starts to keep track. I'll have to get that figured out. But for now, this is how I'm going to keep my setup. Like I said, I got regen in field 1. I got the boost vacuum pressure in field 2. Def fluid level in field 3. Field 4 is accurate torque coming from the ECU. Field 5 is fuel rail pressure. Field 6 is my current fuel tank level, and field 7 is my particulate matter in bank 1, so PM1 percentage. I'm gonna see if that picks up as I drive. Alright, you guys, total install time was about 20 minutes, and like I said, I've never done this before, but this thing is really cool. The more I learn about it, and if you guys are interested, and I see you guys are asking in the comment section, I'll post more things about it once I figure it out. You guys saw I fiddled with it for a minute or two, and I found out how to change the gauge. I'm gonna do a big shout out and a big thank you to Lake Fork guy. If it wasn't for him, I would have never found this. I love watching his videos. I saw that he actually showed this Banks data monster and the pedal monster. If it wasn't for him, I would have never stumbled across this. I would have never been able to know anything about it. And yeah, big shout out to Lake Fork guy. I really appreciate it. I love this dude's videos. So if you guys don't know Lake Fork guy, he does really cool fishing videos. Catch and cooks, things like that. If you're interested in that, go give him a follow. That's gonna do it for this one, y'all. See you guys on the next one. Peace.